Welcome to another episode of the official Catchup, and again joined by Chris today. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, good, mate.
And we're joined by Gretna 2008 fan, new to the committee as well, Jonathan Needham. How you doing, John?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So, yeah, I suppose we've got you on here so we can talk about Gretna. We've got around a few clubs, but Gretna's not really one that we've touched upon, and there's a fair few talking points with a busy season for those guys. But before we get into that, how are you getting on yourself with the lockdown and what have you?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually still working. I'm classed as a key worker. I'm a support worker, so I support adults with different conditions like autism, learning disability, and all that. So I'm actually still working, but it's like a day-by-day rota at the minute, so it's a bit limited. But, So I'm still actually, at least I can get out of the house a little bit, which is quite good.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think, when you first hear about it, that you're not going to have to work, it's maybe like, oh, a nice wee holiday, but that soon dries up, especially when you can't get out. You're certainly probably in a wee bit of a fortunate position that you're able to get out, but you've obviously got to make sure you're keeping safe as well. So.
Well, this is it, yeah. Like, obviously, a lot of stuff's closed now, so we can't access stuff in the community, but just try and do our best, really. And it at least gets me out of the house a little bit. And yeah, just got to keep everyone safe, though. It's a tough time. It's a very serious subject. It's going on. I don't know what the future's going to hold, really, either. It's looking like a few months of this. So completely new, isn't it? It's people just got to listen to the guidelines, stay home, and try and just ride it out as quick as possible, really.
No, absolutely, and it's definitely a tough time, but I think we'll all appreciate the little things, like going to a game of football a little bit more when this is all over and done with, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. I'm missing it already, the football, to be honest.
Absolutely. So you're quite active on social media with letting people know sort of your thoughts on different things. But one of the things that I've noticed pop up as well is you've had a stab a couple of times on Football Manager at trying to guide Gretna towards those promotion spots. How's that been going? Have you been getting any extra time to work on that?
Well, this FM version, I've actually started 2 saves of Gretna 2008, and I've been sacked both times in the second season. But on FM 19, I actually managed to do 15 seasons and get them to the SPL and get them to a third place finish and into Europa League quarter final. So I was quite pleased with that, to be honest.
That's some good going this season, just a wee bit more trying. Do you think you're going to have a third stab at it, or are you going to wait for the next instalment?
Yeah, I've just started a Pentagon challenge actually at the minute, but I think once if I can try and complete that, then I'll give Gretna another go and see if I can not get sacked this time. I started 2 saves and I did quite well the first season. I think I finished 8th one season and 5th the other. But then I had like a rocky start in the second seasons, and then they just sort of sacked me, and I sort of struggled a bit. So I think I overperformed, really. It was one of them.
Maybe. Absolutely. So looking to real life Gretna, if you like, they've had a wee bit of a season, lots of ups and downs. What's that been like for one of the fans standing at the sideline? Have been a bit frustrating, or is it just one of those things with football?
It's all emotions, really. It's frustration, it's excitement, and then it's been up and down, hasn't it? I mean, going back to the start of the season when Chris and John come, everyone around Gretna was just optimistic and buzzing, and and we had a really tough start, some tough games, and never really got going, and really struggled. And there was players coming left, right, and centre, and couldn't get a settled team. And then we were starting to pick up a bit, and get a few results on the board and better performances. And then I think a lot of the fans, well, some of the fans, I should say, started to turn on Chris and John, and then their voices were, getting quite loud, and and then obviously they departed after the Celtic game, which I thought at the time was the wrong time. I felt, you've got to give managers time. It's a tough job, Gretna. It's in the, logistically and trying to attract players, and it's a very hard club. They're always going to be battling away. So yeah, I mean, I could understand the reasons, but I felt the timing was wrong, personally. And I wish John and Chris the best. I've already told them that in person. But and then it just after that just had to start again. Really, half the squad left. Rowan come in, who's obviously known by Gretna fans and who's done a marvellous things with them in the past. Obviously, the previous team. And he had to sort of rebuild the team again halfway through the season, which is always tough as a manager. Trying to get players in, trying to get players registered and get a team numbers up and all that. But I think he's come in, he's done a really good job. He's definitely got us playing better football. He's definitely made us more organised, harder to beat. As we beat Colts away 1-0, which is a good win, and don't think anyone really expected that to happen, to be honest. We played Dalbeattie away and absolutely battered them, but came away with a 1-1 draw, which was unfortunate. But we were all over them, and same Reading Uni at home. I mean, the running theme for Gretna this season is scoring goals. We create chances. We play some good attacking football. It's just getting that ball in the back of the net, which has cost us big time this season. And obviously, we're sitting fourth from bottom on 12 points. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Kind of moving forward, the Lowland League's a league that's going to get stronger over the coming years, especially the upcoming West of Scotland League forming. When you sit back and you look at somebody, down at Gretna, what's kind of your views on it? Is it something where he's looking forward to it? He's dreading the challenge a wee bit? Do you kind of look at the East of Scotland Premier as some ways he'll end up, or is the Lowland League where you are pretty set on staying and fighting for?
I think personally, I think it's mixed. Some fans wouldn't mind dropping down and finding our level, but there's other fans that want us to push on and compete. I'm a fan that would like us to compete. I think if we have some stability at the club regarding players and management, I think we can compete. I mean, it'd be difficult, obviously. The league's getting stronger year by year. We've not had a great season, but we can do better than what we've done. So I think we could push on from here and, next season rebuild again, start again, and hopefully have a better season than this one.
No, absolutely. And Gretna's a side that they've shown that they could do it before. They certainly, the consistency piece that you just said there is maybe what's been lacking. But when you look back at the history, just Gretna 2008 even, you've had some success in some of these leagues. They're not as competitive as they look like they're going to be, but you've definitely fighting, you're able to hold your place. So it will be interesting to see how it goes over the next couple of seasons. I don't think the East of Scotland Premier is going to be, a league that's going to be embarrassing to play in. It would be a good league for any team to play in, but likewise with the Lowland League, it's if you can hold your place in that league, you deserve to be in that league, and you're correct. You should try and compete for that. I think is a fair view. You've obviously got a bit more involved with the club. I think I saw something again on your social media about you joining on with the committee. Is that right?
Yeah.
What's that involving?
Well, really, I've been good friends with Alex Thompson, the chairman, for the past sort of year, and he was chatting to me saying he wanted to expand the board and get some new faces on and new ideas and open up a little bit more because it's quite closed off. So he asked me if I'd join. I said yeah. And yeah, it's quite surreal really being like a board member of a club. But hopefully I can, I've had a couple of meetings since, and hopefully I can, put my ideas across and my suggestions, and hopefully help the club in some way to move forward.
No, absolutely. It's great to hear. It's obviously something that came to a halt a little bit with everything that's going on at the moment, but yeah, I suppose, as a fan, you're always going to be able to voice your opinion, and I think fans quite often do get listened to, sometimes maybe too much, sometimes not enough, but to get yourself in there and get yourself into those meetings, it's certainly going to give you an opportunity to help grow Gretna, which is, it's fantastic, and I suppose it's any fan's dream at the end of the day.
Yeah, Jonathan, I think it's brilliant that you're a support worker. I take it you've had to take extra precautions, with obviously you'll probably be around the most vulnerable at the moment.
Yeah, we've got to keep the people we support safe, and we're very restricted, and obviously it's hard for them because some of them have got autism and they have routines that they are like quite important to them. But we've just try and get by as much as we can. It's good for like parents and other people, family, that we can actually still provide a service and still try and support the individual as best we can. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah, and yeah, I can appreciate that, mate. No, but that's a brilliant job to have, obviously, and I wish you all the best and stay safe. But in terms of you actually supporting Gretna, did you support the previous incarnation?
No, it's funny really. I've only really been a fan for 2 years, which is quite mad really. But I basically sort of a couple of years ago, I just sort of lost interest in football, like lost any identity or anything like that. I just wanted a club where I could A, get to, which is like about an hour away from where I live, and B, affordable, and just feel like part of a club and feel like a connection. And yeah, I just chose Gretna because obviously the history. And there, I went there along to one game and just fell in love straight away. And I've been going to pretty much every game since, every home game at least anyway.
Brilliant. And I did see you chirping to one of the Dalbeattie players. I think Greg Forborn it was, about that 1-1 result with Dalbeattie.
Yeah, he did a really bad tackle on one of our players against Dalbeattie, away at Dalbeattie, and yeah, the ref gave a yellow card. And he actually got injured during the tackle, and but yeah, definitely a red card, in my opinion. It was horror challenge, but.
I love that sort of interaction at this level. I've seen a few boys get. Obviously, don't take it too far, and I don't think you did. But like I have seen a few guys. I think Dean Brett sometimes is a bit of a target at Bonnyrigg, but there's a few guys obviously that get a wee bit of abuse, on Twitter and whatnot. But yeah, you said about FM. Obviously, it's good that you're keeping yourself busy out with work as well. I can't. I say it to everyone, but I can't play FM now. Like, I've got a competitive match coming up in the FM Premier tonight, so I'm hoping that
right.
takes a half an hour or something. I'm against Man United. I play. I'm the Norwich City manager, and I'm doing fairly well. I think I'm mid-table. So
I'm not one for playing Football Manager too much, to be honest. I've had a look, but I didn't have the patience for when things don't quite go my way. So I'm more likely to quit a club than get sacked, mate, to be honest. But
the amount of saves I've started and quit, it's mental. But I'm basically addicted to it. I just can't stop playing it. Like if I get into a save, that's me hooked for like weeks and weeks. It's pretty bad, but at least there's worse things in life to be addicted to, I guess. So.
No, absolutely, especially right now, I suppose. So yeah, looking back to sort of Gretna and their season, and I suppose beyond as well, we've obviously spoken a bit about the more troubling times that Gretna have had this season. What have been some of the highlights, do you think, as a fan? I know it's going to be a tougher question, but what have been some of the highlights for this season that you've enjoyed from Gretna?
I just personally just seeing players develop. I mean, we've got a young lad called Jack Patrick, 16 years of age. I think he come at trials in the summer, and Chris obviously said, "I want you for the first team," and basically put him in, and he's been there ever since. He's developing every game by game, obviously up until this point. I think just seeing the players just give it their all on the pitch, and just it's been difficult against games, and it's some teams come here with the quality they have. It's very, very difficult. But if you can see the players give it their all on the pitch, and that's all you can ask for as a fan, really.
No, absolutely. I think you're spot on there, and I suppose that's one of the good things, especially when you're watching football at this level, is that you get so close to a lot of the players that you see. You're standing so close to the game, and often can get sort of personal interactions and find out those little bits about the players, so it's brilliant to hear as well. Obviously, football's taking a wee bit of a standstill at the moment. We've discussed on previous episodes about the different views about the way the season concluded. I think we spoke at length about the Steny chairman's views on how the league should end. And we've heard different opinions for different guys as well across the Lone League. What's your sort of views on it, on how the league should be concluded, hypothetically?
I mean, it's very difficult, isn't it? I mean, no matter what you do, some clubs are going to be annoyed with it. Some clubs are going to be happy with it. I mean, me personally, I think I've said since day one, null and void it. I mean, you look at the table, not everyone's played the same amount of games. So you can't hand Kelty the title when Bonneville 6 points behind with the game in hand. You can't relegate Vale, who have got 2 games in hand over Edinburgh Uni. It's the fairest way is just to null and void it and start again. It's happened in English non-league. They've voided all their seasons below the national North and South. And I think that's the only way it's going to go. I can't see football coming back anytime soon, to be honest. I think it'll be at least August before we see any football, which that'll impact the next season. And what would you rather do? Impact the next season and finish this season, or just null this season and start a brand new season in August and get a full season complete? It's difficult on all clubs. Clubs are going to lose money. Some clubs might go out of business. Some clubs, rely on gate receipts, week in, week out, like Gretna does as well. It's difficult, but I think the decision, the way the world's going and this coronavirus is going, I can't see football coming back anytime soon, and you need a cut-off point, I think.
Yes, that was sort of something Chris thought as well, that the sensible thing to do would be just to start looking ahead to next season. But there's a lot of variables, such as when football can resume.
It's a massive decision, isn't it? But at some point you've got to have a cut-off point. I know the Highland League's finished their season, but it's different because there's no relegation from that league. I think Borough were quite far ahead, weren't they? I think in their league as well.
Yeah, and they don't have a relegation in their league as well, so it does make it a little bit easier.
It's a big decision. It's a difficult decision, but I feel that's the only way it's going to go.
Thanks for coming on, and we appreciate the work you do as a support worker. And yeah, fantastic to finally talk to you, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you. I've spoken to you a few on Twitter and that, so it's nice to actually have a chat. And thank you very much for having me on. It's an honour. So
brilliant, mate. And obviously, thanks for all the support you give us, especially on the likes of YouTube and Twitter. It's much appreciated, bud.
I try and do my best to help you guys out. So yeah. And thank you for doing the podcast. Honestly, it's brilliant. I look forward to it every week. And just keep up the good work.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.